happy to have a guest today named Siva Swaminathan, and she has her own cooking school in Toronto. Very cool. You're a chef.
Yes, I am.
I love having chefs in the kitchen. Lots of fun.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm really excited.
Good. We're making a great recipe. It's a roast pork with figs and pears. You ready for that?
This combination's awesome. I can't wait.
Okay, let's do it. Here's what you'll need for this recipe. 1 pound of pork tenderloin, 2 fresh pears, 1 red onion, 1 clove of garlic, and a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil fig balsamic dressing. Quick and easy. Now, since you're a chef, I'm going to get you chopping away. Here's a nice knife for you.
Sounds good.
If you could cut these pears lengthwise into about 8 slices each, and I'll give you a melon baller for your centers. How about that?
Sounds good.
And I'm going to do a little bit with my garlic here. So what type of cooking do you do in the school, and who do you teach?
Basically, it's Mediterranean-style cooking because I lived in the area of Germany and Switzerland.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it's a very healthy diet, of course. And so I teach all kinds of stuff, but I definitely want to teach students about techniques. And so they can go home and apply the theory.
And do you also modify recipes as well? Because you have type 1 diabetes, correct?
Yes, yeah. And it's all about a modification because type 1, there are certain things you have to watch your carb. And so there's a lot of, recipes that are part of family heritage and people are very close to them. So certainly I help people modify it so that, in some way they can have their cake and eat it too.
There you go. You turned lemons into lemonade, if you will.
Lemon rice, I love rice.
There you go, lemon rice. It's all good. So I'm going to cut this onion into wedges, about 16 wedges. You're doing a great job there. This is such a simple recipe, and it's great for the whole family, but it also is suited to people living with diabetes. And we're just going to chop this up. We're doing
Pears
well
are
here.
beautiful.
Aren't they? Now, we can use those. Those are farrow pears, but you can also use Bosc or Bartlett pears. Any pear that's going to keep its shape and its flavor when you're cooking it.
Yes.
So that's a nice one.
Yeah, I love cooking with pears, and it's just so
I love
tasty
eating
with
pears,
pork.
too.
Yeah, combination's
It's one of
lovely.
nice change from an apple.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to grab some cooking spray. Give this a little spray here.
I think our pears are ready.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Now, what we're going to do is just put the pork tenderloin right here in the 13 by 9 baking dish, just like so. And I'm going to ask you to put the pears.
Okay.
And,
just around them?
Yep. And the onions and the garlic while I give my hands a quick wash here.
Sounds good.
Thank you. That looks good. And it's just easy as pie. This is going to go in the oven. Here we go. I'll help you out here. You can move the dish maybe over here.
Okay.
Perfect.
There you go.
Great. And this is nice and colorful as well.
That's pretty.
Here we are. Okay. Good stuff. A little bit of garlic. Who doesn't love garlic?
Lots of garlic. It's good for health.
I know. It is. Okay, so I'm going to pop this in the oven. This goes in at 425 for 10 minutes. And then we'll visit it again in a little bit. Now, when you're cooking pork, as you know, because you're a chef, you never want to overcook it.
Yes.
Because pork can get dry, right?
Absolutely, and especially cooking with tenderloin, it has absolutely no fat, so you have to be
very careful.
Yeah.
And when you cut into meat and you're looking for the color, you lose your juices as well, so you don't want to do that. So I always use a meat thermometer. Are you a meat thermometer gal? Or because
absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, you want to have the right temperature. You want to make sure it's cooked, but yet you don't want to lose all that juice.
Exactly. And 160 for pork is what you're going to do. So that goes in the oven. We'll wait 10 minutes, and then we're going to go to the next stage. So it's been 10 minutes. We're taking the pork out of the oven. And if I could ask you to drizzle the fig balsamic dressing over the top of the pork.
That looks amazing.
Gives it the nice juicy flavor.
Yeah.
We're going to pop this back in the oven, same temperature, 425, for another 15 minutes.
That smells so good.
There we are. So, Siva, you were diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, but later in life.
Yes, and before it was called juvenile diabetes, and because kids were diagnosed much younger, but now type 1 is being diagnosed on adults, and a lot of young children are being diagnosed with type 2. So there is a huge, shift in how people are being diagnosed these days with diabetes.
And you take insulin.
Yes, I am completely insulin dependent because I'm type 1, which means your body no longer is producing insulin. So I have to manually test my blood glucose about 4 to 6 times a day and take insulin shots.
And watch what you eat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and exercise, I would imagine, as well.
Of course, yeah. It's a whole lifestyle change.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So our pork tenderloin has rested for about 10 minutes, and we tented it with foil. Ta-da! There it is. Beautiful,
Great.
isn't it?
Yes.
Now, the diabetes food choice values for this recipe are 1 carbohydrate and 3 meat and alternatives.
Sounds good.
Good. All right, well, if you can grab
Okay.
some plates, and I'll slice this baby up.
Okay.
And maybe you could get some of the
You want me to spoon some?
onions and pears,
Sounds good.
and we'll get that going. Oh, this smells delightful.